I started climbing at a local gym and I spent every day there. I fell in love with climbing and the community, and being there every day. I would, come in early in the morning or late in the evenings, maybe on a Sunday, and I noticed that, there were these people that would come in and they'd be putting grips on the wall. I'd be like, well, what is that? What's going on? What are you doing? And I wanted to get involved with that. And one day I just walked up to the head setter and I said, hey, I want to do this. And he was like, okay. And I started really, really liking what I was doing. I'd go in, I'd create these sequences, I'd get to interact with the community and members, and they'd come and give me feedback. Maybe they'd like it, maybe they'd hate it. I'm 100% all in. When I was younger, I never thought that I would find something that I love to do every single day. There's not a day that doesn't go by when I don't walk into the gym and have a smile on my face. Super excited about the crew that I'll be working with. We've got Kenny, Phil, and Amin, all fantastic setters. Kenny and Phil are Houston locals. They got their start here in Houston as both climbers and setters. We're really psyched to have them on board. They know this community and they're going to give me valuable input on what we need to do. And they've both been setting for a long time. Both of them are established USA climbing competition setters. So having them on board is going to be a huge asset for both the setting crew and the community.
I'm very excited to come back to Houston. Here we don't have actual rock to climb on, so route setting was the best thing that I could think of to make climbing a consistent staple in my life. If I was planning a trip right now, I would plan a bouldering trip. But for me, I find more intellectual challenge in setting routes. I think routes are more about flow and consistency. I get psyched to kind of push myself from a route setting standpoint. So Phil and I met each other when I started climbing at Stone Moves. Instantly liked the guy. It's really fun to come to work with Phil. As if route setting wasn't fun enough already, to have someone that's equally passionate about route setting and equally passionate about having a good time while route setting is a dream.
First started climbing in Houston, instantly became hooked and started climbing at a Talbot College wall, and I've been completely involved in it ever since. Started working at one of the gyms in Houston, went from working there 1 day a week to 3 days a week to 7 days a week. Kenny and I have been route setting together for a while now, separate facilities, but we do a lot of comps together. He would help out Stone Moves with some comps, and then I would go help out Inspire with some comps where he was working. He's on the same page as I am. He wants everything to be professional in the gym, but we both want to have fun while we're doing it. I really enjoy setting boulders because it's something that's very unique. You can go anything from a cave to a slab, and the climbs are going to be completely different. You can create some really complex and unique movements, powerful movements, thuggy movements. You can make somebody really have to do a sequence that you want them to do. I feel like it's pretty important to have some kind of friendship with the people that you're working with. If you don't, then you're not going to want to come back to work the next day. We all enjoy working with each other a lot, and I feel like it's something that I couldn't do somewhere else.
Amin is from Iran. He just recently immigrated here to be with his wife, Sonia, after 7 years.
When you see the new holes and volumes, you can imagine how many new routes, new moves you can set. I have many experience in competitions in different countries. In Asia and in Europe, they have completely different style. And you can see the Japanese guys and European guys, they climb different. I bring my experience here to set new routes, new style, and also I have to learn US style. When you see the West climbers, they do more static, fix the holes like this, and then like this, and then like this, and the Japanese like this, more dynamic, don't thinking about anything. My wife, Sonia, we met each other in the climbing area about 10 years ago, and after 7 years we got married, and she came here in the States for 7 years ago, and we meet each other every 6 months because she wants to save the green card. And finally, after 7 years, she applied for me. Indoor climbing in Iran is totally different from here. It's a rule you cannot climb with gears in the indoor climbing or the other sports. It's the rules. We have a different times in the gym. Sometimes, because I was a manager of our gym, we going to gym and climb with each other alone, sometimes with my friends. The most of the time we going to the outdoor climbing and the other cities of Iran. We have a very nice nature in Iran. The most important things for us is climbing with each other. It's so exciting for us and doesn't have any stress for everything. We lost each other 6 months. It's a long time for us, and we didn't know about our life here or in Iran. We didn't know anything about the future, and I think we find our position and our job and our life.
You know, first and foremost, I really want to instill an environment that allows us to be creative.
We all enjoy working with each other a lot, and I feel like it's something that I couldn't do somewhere else. If I went to work and didn't like the people I was with, I would probably not want to work there anymore.
I'm so excited to work with nice guys, John, Bill, Kenny.
So we've always been able to get the work done without, sacrificing the fun nature of route setting.
I wake up every morning and I think, this is going to be another great day. I get to work with like my favorite setters.
159, 159.
First and foremost, I really want to instill an environment that really allows us to be creative. As setters, that's what we do. We take something and we pour our heart and soul into it and we throw it up on the wall. It's awesome. It's killer to work with them every day. We're always laughing. We're always joking. We're going to put some cool stuff on the wall and we're going to have a good time while we're doing it. So I look forward to that every day. It's probably the best crew that I've ever been on. It's great.